self-tracking fairly consistently for 4 years or so, mostly around diet and sleep cycle. The most intense I ever got was in first year. There was a 4-month term where I knew every calorie and the breakdown of those calories that went through my system. And I was in a crazy running training phase, trying to drop weight. I dropped like 30 pounds in 4 months. That was not sustainable, but it was a good lesson into how powerful self-tracking can be. Other stuff about me, just graduated from CS at Waterloo. I'm super entrepreneurial. I like to build a lot of apps in my spare time. I'm going to show you one of them. But I got back into the self-tracking technology movement about 6 months ago. Looked around a bit and didn't find what I was looking for, so I decided to just build it. What I was looking for was something that would let me track everything. Like, I'm no longer interested in those verticals. I'm no longer interested in just diet or just sleep cycle or just how much I'm running. I'm interested in all of them and how they interplay, those correlations, because it's like my mood affects how much I sleep, affects my sleep, affects how social I am, affects my mood, and it's those subtle interplays that I want to find out and want to optimize my life around. So that was the first thing. The other thing is, I think that a lot of the analysis phase of self-tracking, which most of us do just by looking at a spreadsheet now, it's like, oh, there's an interesting thing happening there. I think a lot of that can be automated. I think computers can do that, and we can enter our data, and then they'll tell us, oh, you should sleep an hour less a night. You'll be 20% happier. So yeah, those were my 2 axioms when I started out. Track everything, computer analysis. And I've been working on this for 4 months, no, not 4 months, 2 weeks, and then school started, and then the last 2 weeks. So I built a system. I'll just bring it up right now. Internet. Why didn't it work? This is going to be a headache. I'm sorry, I run the news. That's my fault.
I do think it's cool that we had all 3 operating systems today.
Oh, did we? Who was on the Mac?
I had a Mac.
Oh, okay.
Windows.
I'm just going to reboot this.
So it's like not showing.
Sometimes my wireless drivers screw around. So how were all of your days? Anyone seen a good movie recently? Huh?
I saw The Help yesterday.
Saw what?
I saw The Help yesterday.
Oh.
It's a film.
I haven't heard of that.
Just kind of about sort of racism.
Oh, interesting.
But
Is
it's a bit sentimental, very, very sweet. So nice, polished film. Probably worth seeing.
Is that a wide release? I haven't heard of it.
It was at the Rainbow Cinema on Front Street. Sorry, that
Is anybody else
film
willing to share stuff too? Is he the last?
Sorry?
I'm just wondering if anybody else wants to come up after or seeing it's already like 10 to 9 or whatever. No, okay, so that's good. Be the last one.
So, I actually saw this happen to someone at like a startup conference one time. Like their app blue screened like in front of, I don't know, 5,000 people. And someone was just like, oh, I feel so bad for you right now. And it probably wasn't even their fault. Like it was probably, I don't know.
That happened to me in
Wireless problem.
February.
Oh, really?
800 people, where basically the presentation software just went crazy, and I couldn't get back to the point in the presentation for about a minute and a half. So that was interesting. Yeah.
I had computer problems at the Quantified Self conference. Fortunately, I was there early, and we were put my presentation on the presentation laptop, right? And we couldn't get it. They had replication. There was the screen of the computer, a screen for me to stand, on stage. There was a screen down there, and then there was a screen behind. And there was these 3 screens, and we couldn't get it to show on the 2 important screens and do the slide advancing. We could either get it to show and the slides wouldn't advance, or the slides would advance, but it wouldn't show on either one of these. It was brutal. It took us like 20 minutes to get. Fortunately, they did it way before my talk. That was 8 a.m. where they were like.
No, the rehearsal was fine. It was just, of course, when we went up on stage, that's when it always goes wrong, right?
And we thought we dealt with that with the keynote a couple of years ago, and we had, so the main computer crashed, we switched over to a backup laptop, everything was going fine, and we found out backup laptop did not have backup power cord.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go.
Oh, right.
So I track a whole bunch of things. Notice, mood, if I have any, romantic encounters that day, what I eat for breakfast, what I do right before I go to sleep, time I wake up, how many hours I get to sleep, whether I brush my teeth or not, how productive I am, and how far I run. And what these do is you can set the frequency, but it pings you every day or every hour or every minute on my SMS and asks me, what's your mood? Out of 10, how many sleep hours did I get last night? Et cetera, et cetera. You can see it in here. This is, obviously can't see it, but the left side is the tool pinging me and the right is me answering. And it's just, it's so easy. The hardest part of self-tracking for me is just the motivation to, I gotta record everything today, gotta get it done. And this is just, I have a text message, done. It's, over 4 months, it's become so much the background of my life, I don't even think about it anymore. And then I get all this amazing data. I have close to 1,000 data points for the last 4 months. And so that's the tracking phase, which is pretty simple. I've also automated a lot of the analysis. This is rough right now, because it's only me on this project right now. But it runs a bunch of analytics in the background, trying to correlate everything. Get a sexy graph there. I literally got the graph working 2 days ago. So just off the top of my head, you can see there's seems to be like a periodic shift in my mood. I haven't figured out what that is yet. If I thought really hard, I could probably figure out what this very positive time in my life was. And you also get obvious stuff like average on particular days. You can't see it right now because it's turned off, but it does correlate between them. For example, I was going over this last night looking for cool things, and found that when you can enter string replies, so that's what bedtime routine is. I just type in like TV, like meditate, read, etc., which are my 3 big things. And one of the things it pulled out was that my mood was something like 24% higher. No, my sleep hours was 24% higher when I watched TV before going to sleep. Which is actually, there's solid clinical data behind that, but it was data for me that came out of this, which is really cool. What was another one I found? I think I slept less when I had like a significant romantic encounter too.
Keep that up.
Oh, I guess that's kind of obvious. But,
It's a drug.
didn't even think about that one. Also, my mood is higher when I don't brush my teeth. I don't know what's going on there, but obviously there's a hidden variable. Anyway, so this is what I'm working on. I'm really interested in making self-tracking easier for people, because there are a lot of tools out there, but they're very garnered towards the early adopters, the really hardcore trackers. And I'm really interested in popularizing it and solving the huge usability problems that we have right now. So this is what I'm working on. And it's getting better every day, and I'm looking for beta testers. So. Yeah.
Question.
Absolutely.
So you're interested in this moving past just entering data and potentially it being able to predict and tell you, okay, if you do this, what will happen? If you do this, it will be X. Have you started that part, or just is that only like an idea? Have you started like a neural network or like feeding that data?
Prediction.
Yeah, prediction. Is it a neural network? Neural. Oh yeah.
That's a good neural network. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
That has not been started, getting actual artificial intelligence techniques in there. The analysis phase right now is, actually I can show you more of it. This is like the raw data view.
You are superhuman.com.
It's a sick domain,
It's
isn't
a
it?
sick domain.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is all my data.
Is this talk about time tracking and weight loss? I'm just wondering. No, it just could be about anything.
You can track it. Yeah.
There was a really interesting blog post on the Quantified Self blog that I read a few days ago about a manic depressive was trying to predict manic episodes. And it just occurred to me that with something like this, you actually could programmatically detect, oh, this guy is going a little nuts. And then like you could notify him.
What could you do?
I don't know what you do with that. I don't know. But
If you receive a text
Be
message
less
that says,
manic,
you are
be
going
more
crazy, please
depressive.
check
Don't buy anything.
Then he has to look at the list. These are the things you do that help you be less manic.
Yeah. So this is the raw analytics that I get right now. So you get the average on particular days. Where is it? These are all statistical things. This is the one for mood. So covariance with sleep hours. The fact that that's negative actually means that I should sleep less if I want to be happier.
It's a slight
Which is true because I tend to oversleep.
That could be a hidden correlation with a certain factor.
Hmm?
Are you recording your weight too?
Not right now. But that you could easily do that. One of the things I want to do later is start piping in more data from other applications that have open APIs. So like if Bitocracy had, I'm not sure if they do, if they had an API,
They will.
They will?
Yeah.
You could just pipe it into this and it would start running the same.
Yeah, in fact,
queries over it.
they're integrating with other sites as well. Like
Mhm.
one's called Runkeeper. If
Runkeeper's
anyone runs,
yeah.
they have APIs and you can tie into those.
And then you can get, there's so much cool data you can get in there, like even location, Foursquare is like, you're happier when you're in these locations.
Oh, dude.
There's so much left to be done.
Privacy.
So yeah, you can see here, this is the weird one. My mood is higher when I don't brush my teeth.
Or the other
Like
way around.
Hmm?
Or the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth
Right,
and
right.
you're depressed.
Oh, conversation there, yeah. But yeah, so the analysis right now is just this huge suite of statistical
Because
things.
brushing your teeth isn't exactly exciting.
Yes.
So
It's true. When you're having a really good
does
day,
that,
you have better
does
teeth.
that mean that
Yeah.
you're unhappy? Does it mean that you're
Uh-huh.
okay?
Yeah.
Maybe you're doing something else instead of brushing your teeth.
Exactly. Maybe
Maybe.
something that makes you happy.
Maybe I'm not with friends.
Yeah.
That's a
Maybe you
good
don't
point.
have a toothbrush
Yeah.
there.
Hmm?
Maybe you don't have a
Maybe
toothbrush or
you're-
something.
Yeah.
Things.
How much
But yeah, so
coding
that's,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
how much coding experience do you think was required to make this? Like,
is required.
do you think it took your entire degree, or was it something you could have done early on, like after first year or something?
I probably could have done this start of third year.
So it took a bit.
Yeah. Part of that is just, part of it's just knowing web development. Like the CS core curriculum is all like algorithms, and you definitely need statistics to do this. And yes, but the core CS curriculum is a lot of algorithms and stuff that is not really relevant to making web applications. But I acquired those skills in third year, so that's about from where I started. I know first and second years I could do something similar to this right now.
You can do a lot of tracking with a spreadsheet program and a couple of functions that are built into it. So whether that's OpenOffice, LibreOffice, or Microsoft Office, right? Just track it there and do your pivot tables or data columns.
Yeah,
and
sum and
figure it out.
average, dude. You get along with sum and average.
Oh, and you actually have covariances too.
Yeah, and you can sign up, you just use the like a macro language you have, and you can put a program in.
My issue is never with the actual data manipulation, it's always with, have you set up the SMS, have you set up
Oh,
the
that's
The
good.
programming, the
There's-
coding,
Yeah,
right?
did you write the SMS?
There's a lot of like
It
automated,
uses, do you know
like
Twilio?
the web, yeah, the
Twilio
web
is a
page itself is
startup
super
that
easy. You
kind
could
of
just like,
wraps SMS
you just have to,
functionality,
you
so,
probably just have to modify the
I
content.
use that.
Basically,
It took me,
Are you concerned about like interfacing
Exactly.
with
It took
other
me an hour
apps
to
or
set
just
up.
the app
It's
itself?
pretty
But this is
The app itself would be easy.
That's only the issue piece I don't know how to do myself.
It's pretty simple. Cool. Twilio is amazing.
You have to pay
for the service though? For the SMS service?
Yeah, but it's
Like what are the rates
it's like a cent per text message.
Okay.
So I haven't had a problem yet. I just like loaded it up with $20 for the first time.
But if you're generating traffic from SMS, then the operator will pay you.
Hmm?
They usually pay you, it's usually 3 cents to mobile originate a text, and then you get 7 cents back to mobile terminate a text. And Rogers or Bell gets 3 cents for every text message that you generate.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a consortium between Rogers, Bell, and TELUS. I forget what the body's called. They offer that service.
Yeah, and CRTC, they took them to court recently, right? Yeah, because, I mean, data rates and SMS is compared to data.
But you can make
rates.
money. The thing is, you can make money. If you want this to take off, and people were
Don't do it
actually
when
and
you're
generate,
getting
you probably have to get like
carriers.
200 text messages a day if you're
Yeah.
tracking down
Need
the
to
activities,
finance
right?
it somehow,
Then that's going to be about a couple of dollars per person. Right?
for sure.
And again, check out your app store.
like Twilio.
Check out your app store.
Twilio is probably an
Apps
aggregator.
right now.
You can either trade it free, and Twilio gets money from Rogers, Bell, TELUS.
I can see the difference, it just has to be simple.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
Make it so simple, like, I don't know, I just go from.
Okay, unless there's any final questions, I think we can end here. It's after 9 o'clock now, so if you need to bolt out, now's your time to bolt out.